So my son was born in 4.5 minutes, which is very fast to have a kid. It really is. And this is what one woman says when she hears this. She's like, wow, has your wife had a lot of kids? That was the nicest way of asking me if my wife has an extremely huge and stretched out vagina. As if from 7 months on, my son's just clinging to the womb for dear life. She told me too before we had our son, she's like, listen, when we go in to have the baby, can you do me a favor and not look down there during the childbirth? I guess a lot of women feel that childbirth desexualizes them, so I totally respect it. I get it. So we go in there, we're getting ready to have the baby, I'm standing up by her head in a good position, baby starts coming out. Doctor's like, you need to take a look at this, this is a big moment in your life. I'm like, you know what, man? I got a really good spot up here, I'm going to go ahead and hang up here by the head. You do what you do with your ski goggles and face mask down there, you take care of business, okay? And he's like, no, 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 you really need to take a look, just for big night. So you keep egging me on, so finally I'm like, you know what, I'll sneak a peek. I look down there for like 1 second. And I gotta be honest with you guys, she's right, you should never look down there. Okay? It does wreck it just a little bit, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it does wreck a little bit. She knows what she's talking about, okay? If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you've never seen a child be born, you're not planning on having kids, let me explain to you a way that you can understand what it's like watching this happen. As an example, let's say that you really, really, really like chocolate shakes, okay? And one day, while you're drinking your delicious chocolate shake, out of nowhere, an underdeveloped baby head pops out of it. Are you gonna jump up and order more chocolate shakes right away? Are you right on that? Huh? You know what's more amazing after seeing a child be born? I can't believe people actually videotape this bloodbath. I don't know who you freaks are, but the last thing I thought about was videotaping my child being born. My son came out, he had things hanging off him, a sack fell on the floor that Tom Cruise came to eat, there was crap all over the place. It is the most surreal experience in your life. I didn't know what was going on. My wife is screaming, the new baby's screaming, so I start screaming. I don't know if the purple thing on her chest is the baby. I'm on the floor naming the sack. You're Bryan Jr., you're Bryan Jr. And then, I don't know, they don't ask you this part. They just pick you up right like this, and they stick a pair of scissors in your hand, and they walk you towards the umbilical cord like it's a finish line. Do you know about this? And I don't know if you've ever cut an umbilical cord, but this is what it feels like. It feels like you're cutting your own knuckle off. That's what it feels like, okay? So I'm over there, I'm like, I'm cutting myself! I swear to God, I'm cutting my finger off right now! And I passed out. 4 days later, I found out I had a son. And then they told me they were going to circumcise his manhood. I passed out again. I guess if you were ever going to videotape this birth, there's only one time you could ever show it, right? Halloween, ladies and gentlemen, Halloween. Stick a television set in your window, the kids come over like, yay, I'm Batman, ding dong.